favored by Team Liquid, and we saw at the major, T-sides reign supreme.
Also a very big match for C9 too. This is like their home. This is like their home base essentially, where they love to play it off whenever they get the chance to against other international teams. So it's really just going to be another big brawl of confidence between these two sides. However, with C9 really dropping the ball on their CT side here, it's looking good for Team Liquid to maybe have a hot start once again and get a good lead going off the first half. But they will be on that T side, of course, and starting things off. A lot of players up on boost at this point. However, C9 have also tried do something a little bit more interesting now as they're getting aggressive too. Irokanji sneaking all the way up, and he can actually spot the foot of a leash, so we're just going to fire away at that. He'll pick up the first kill of the map.
Yeah, instead of trying to chase that kill down, it actually pushes Liquid out into mid. The bomb is over towards the A site. It's over in the doors. That's Hiko with that. So nades on Hiko, nades on Kusta as well, and Nitro's going to try, and it looks like he's doing a job solo, what he should have had his partner with, Elige, and there's another kill from nothing. Simple falls down, so some heavy hitters gone for Liquid, and actually Nitro is going to be able to clear out Irokanji, getting a little bit too aggressive. Now mid is smoked off, Stewie's got to guard the top of Highway. That's a nice shot on a Nitro, cleans him out, and it's just Kusta and Hiko left in a 2-on-4.
Hiko now pressing himself up to A main here, trying to find a way in, but he needs that support from Kusta here, with them only being the two left alive. Kusta also is going to have some trouble just getting himself into the site too, because of that peek from Skadoodle coming out from Z. It's going to shut him down. Hiko now the last one alive. Nothing really that he can do. So Stewie's going to be able to pick up the final kill. Cloud9 will win the pistol round quite convincingly too, and we'll get the start on the CT side here on Cash.
Yeah, it's the aggression from Cloud9 that throws a wrench in the plans of Team Liquid. They didn't really have anywhere else to go, and that's just a sick shot from Stewie there as he swings out. You can see some of that talent, that skill and aim that Cloud9 really saw in him to kind of develop him into a little bit of a better player, get him some more experience. Now, this round, armor and Tech 9s for the Liquid side of things. Kusta's going to save. He's going to buy no armor. All he has is one flashbang, a Glock as well, because he's the opper. He wants to have that weapon into the 4th round. So playing a little bit of a mindful economy early on here. No fast play from Team Liquid, spread out across the map at the moment.
A lot of presence from C9 also placed into the B-bomb site too, expecting a pretty quick hit potentially over to that site, but not going to be finding it. And they do have Skadoodle postured up inside of the vents too to watch out in case there's any mid-action that would come in from Nitro, or they try to boost somebody up over there to try and get some early control too. But it's not going to be the case. Most of Team Liquid actually fielding their players inside of A main and around that general area for the time being. But no decision to take either of these sites as of yet, with still plenty of time left on that clock, and Team Liquid is playing it slow to investigate their options.
Retake strategy on the A bomb site for Cloud9. They don't want to devote too much weaponry inside the site in case they get swarmed, in case some flashbangs just, you know, unlucky timing blind some of the members there. So should be a good opportunity for Team Liquid to at least get a plant. Simple's going to be in a lurk over towards the B site. He's falling back towards mid. Stewie's getting close up though, using the crack in the smoke, and he actually misses all those kills. Now they know where he is. He's going to push forward though. He's probably going to be able to find Kusa, but he's traded off immediately after that, so it's going to be a retake. And Hiko gets a second kill on Irokanji. Simple's trying to hold him back with a deagle.
And now they push C9 back off the site here too, so most of their players are just going to go in from retake back over here through Highway. Good flashbang usage though. Nitro and Hiko both going to get hit by that one, and they start to roll back in, looking for the first pickup, but Hiko finds the first one. Nitro surprises with the second pickup, and then Hiko closes it out. The retake strat backfires hugely in the favor of Team Liquid, and now they're going to trade rounds and find their first pickup. 4
kills for Hiko in that round with the Tech 9. Huge plays from him. The first one there, Stewie as he tries to fall, and then holding off this retake just perfectly. Cloud9, they go for the retake. They have SMGs, so you'd think they would have the utility needed to throw some nades and some Molotovs, clear out some spots, but they just didn't have anything left. So now it's just reversed. Liquid win that second round. Now they have 2 SMGs, excuse me, an AK and a FAMAS that's salvaged from Simple side of things. So big advantage here for Liquid as they reset the economy. Hiko wisely playing this passively. Irokanji got aggressive a little bit towards door, but there's Simple taking some early damage.
And Irokanji going to follow that up here too to maybe try and execute that kill on one of the players outside of A main here, but Simple, he's going to be able to trade back his almost death there, but he himself is going to lose his own life. Kusta finding another pickup, as is Nitro too, as he jumps down from the vents. So after a little bit of chaos there at the beginning of the round, Team Liquid do get it back under their control, leaving just Skadoodle and Stewie as the final 2 left alive.
Nitro actually chose not to go into the B bomb site. He was all alone, so he didn't want to risk it. So they actually have no knowledge that the B bomb site is wide open. Still very spread across the map, looking for any kind of information. And Hiko spots one. That's Stewie on Highway with the deagle. Skittles in mid connector. He's going to fall here to Elige, and now it's just Stewie left with that deagle, and Elige is going to clean him out easily. So only losing Simple. Second round for Team Liquid on the board.
Now they'll take control of things here. Keep in mind, Cloud9 did not really respond to that last round with too much aggression. We've seen a lot of these NA teams shifting away from that as of late, as it leads to this very volatile trading back and forth of rounds for quite a while, and it often punches the CT's way more, so they decided to respect that last one. It's going to be saving one more time here. And then they will be able to invest heavily on the round after that, making round number 5 our first gun round. So just going to see the Deagles, PT-50s, a 5-7 on Irakanji. Beyond that, though, a little bit of aggression coming out here from Shroud does not pay off. Simple, just going to decimate him. Nothing, trying to pot flash, but Team Liquid did slow things down after finding that kill, so it's not really going to net nothing all that much.
And there's a Liege. The timing is not there for nothing. He sees him just as he disappears into the smoke, so an easy kill. And now this B bomb site is going to get overrun. Irakanji's here, though. Might be able to grab one of the 5-7. Not able to do it. Can't land the shots. Simple's going to get aggressive, try and farm up a little bit. And there's Skadoodle and Stewie getting a couple kills, so they've done a little bit of damage. A falling Deagle from Skadoodle turns this into a 2-on-2. Still very unlikely they can come out on top of this, but some incredible shots. Nitro's going to hold off on this right in the middle of the map, prevent them from getting over towards the A site. But Cloud9 might actually just think about saving this AK-47 at this point, as there's 9 HP combined between the two of them. No real chance of them winning.
Nitro falling away now, over towards the vents to watch out and make sure that nothing sneaky is going to be happening to him. Might also cross path with Skadoodle in just a moment here as Stewie rolls up the truck area. Not going to be able to catch anybody from Team Liquid out in the open, though, as they've got full control of this round. And everybody just checkered across the map all over the place. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be catching each other, but Stewie working his way in. Another nade connects onto him, and he's done that at 1 HP. If Hiko were to even peek outside, he's going to spot him there sitting on top of the E-box, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Shutting him down at this point, Skadoodle way across the map, so no way Team Liquid are going to hunt him down.
Yeah, but going to save his team about $3,100 with this AK-47. He's going to take the AWP, but he'll drop this over to somebody to be able to use that. So a smart play in terms of the economy through these saves. Save some money for Cloud9. It is a 3-1 scoreline, and this is just dirty. That opening shot from Skadoodle, and then Elige is just incredibly low and a falling. Now, it is interesting to note, because I did talk to Valve about this at the Major. I did ask them about the jumping op accuracy, and one thing they did tell me is that actually inaccuracy is calculated when you hit the ground. So if you just, it's calculated when you jump. So if you actually just fall off of a ledge, you have really, really good accuracy still while falling. Landing to that shot by Skadoodle there. Nothing trying to jump over the smoke. Not going to find anything. It's an opening kill from Skadoodle with that ult.
There was a similar shot, I think, that Get Right did when Nuke was still in the pool, like over a year ago when he dropped down from...
Device is still having nightmares about that one.
So something similar like that we've seen happen plenty of times before. But Kusta picking up the first kill this round. Irakanji responds, though. And also with the loss of Simple, it gives C9 a little bit of an advantage here. But Elige is going to strike right back about that one. However, Shroud did nothing again, picking up some kills. Hiko striking back down to a 1v2. He does know Irakanji's somewhere inside of A main, but the direction is where he has it wrong. He's going to walk right into the crosshairs of Irakanji. He'll shut it down. And C9 will put a second round onto the board for themselves.
Yeah, he knew that Shroud was coming up any second, so he had to try and get aggressive on there as quickly as possible, and it doesn't work out very well for him. He had to find that A main kill very, very quickly. So they do lose that round. They are going to buy up into this one, though. Up back in the hands of Kusta. 4 AKs behind it. He goes a little bit light on nades, as is Kusta with that op, but Elige, Nitro, and Simple have all the utility that they could need. This time it's going to be a couple of players going fast towards the door at that A bomb site. Kusta with the op to guard against any kind of early aggression. So Liquid switching things up. A lot of times it's just Hiko all alone here causing this distraction, but maybe trying to pull a fast one on Cloud9 and get this op in position to get an opening pick. Oh, he might be able to do it. Stewie's caught out in the open, just jumping around. The aggression towards A main is poorly timed, and he gets caught.
No follow-up just as of yet. They're playing it cautiously, and for good reason, too. As Irakanji still inside of A main, that could have thrown a wrench in the gears if they decided to just push right through. But Hiko catching another kill into nothing, and now Irakanji's going to get aggressive. And he's picked up the trade, shuts down Hiko, still not in his team's favor, but also getting some good damage onto Elige too. There's Skadoodle now, and Irakanji peeking out, finds what Kusta does, trade him down into a 2 versus 2 now. And also Team Liquid not even out on this site as of yet, so C9's players from the B bomb site with Skadoodle and Shroud rotating back over to the A site. They're going to be given plenty of time to do so.
Yeah, now it becomes a little bit of a mind game here. 2-on-2, both Cloud9 numbers here. Nitro's going to roll out a door. They haven't spotted Shroud up top yet, and I think Shroud definitely spotted Nitro getting there. But there it is. There's the swing out. Swift shot. Shroud falls. 1-on-2. Skadoodle with the op is using the smoke as cover, pushing up close to the bomb site. Nitro out in the open, but the shot is missed by Skadoodle. That props Kusta at a peek, and he ends it. He won't miss that one. 3 kills for Kusta on the round. Liquid respond immediately. And that resets the money of Cloud9.
No money left at all here for C9, so they're going to be going on to a full save, but a good shot from Kusta there to start it off and shut down nothing. Not just jumping around. Irakanji, this is some good play from him to try and find a couple of trades after things got chaotic on the A-bomb side, and that shot from Nitro was just dirty. So Liquid respond, and now Cloud9, unfortunately, have really no choice, sitting at around an average of about $2,000. They cannot justify a force up here, so we're just going to be saving and waiting for that next gun round, so they'll let Team Liquid extend their lead by a little bit more here. Nitro, very aggressive too, to get himself out towards mid. Irukandji jumping past the white box does manage to spot him, so they know the pressure's here, but don't account for events push, and Nitro just going to walk right in there and find Shroud out in the open.
Yeah, now he's going to keep taking advantage of this. He knows he's got great angle up highway towards the bomb site. Nothing gets aggressive, but there's a crack in that smoke. Simple spots him out. 2 good kills for Team Liquid, and this should just be an easy mop up here. 5-on-3 situation. Does look like they're going to reconvene over towards this B bomb site, where Irukandji's the only one here with a P250. So much like we saw on Dust 2, this terror side from Liquid is starting to look very, very effective, almost like a steamroll, as they just kind of build up some momentum here. Cloud9 immediately, winning that pistol, but immediately getting respawned upon. They haven't been able to string 2 rounds together quite yet.
And at this point here, too, nothing left for these guys to find a way back into this site for. Just hoping to find some shots. They almost managed to grab one. Irukandji just off the mark there to shake down Simple. He brings him down to 15 HP. And Team Liquid really just playing as a single unit now to evacuate the bomb site. Good flash rolls back in, actually blinding quite a few of the players, but as Stewie leaps in, not going to be too on point with actually trying to find some damage to connect onto these guys. So they're in a good position now. They're in control. Skadoodle, nothing he's really going to be able to do. So it'll be a 5th round from Team Liquid, and C9, of course, not really expecting them to do too much here anyway, considering they'd gone for basically a full save.
Yeah, Skadoodle just trying to get an exit here. No reason to really risk that deagle. He's not going to find anything, so that's a 5th round on the board now for Team Liquid. The average at the major was, what, 10 rounds? It was like 10.2 rounds for your terror side, so Team Liquid well on its way there, and that is a double save out of Cloud9. They could force here, but it would throw them into all sorts of disarray if they're not able to pull it out. And especially, it would be even more difficult to string them together if they were to lose too many players in a win with a force buy. So they're going to stay on the pistols. More deagles come out. Armor on Skadoodle and Irukandji. They have some 5.7s as well. A little bit of utility to use just to alleviate some kind of early pressure. Irukandji's out in the open, completely blind. Looked like they want to go for some kind of reverse boost, but he's just going to push mid instead. Also,
members of C9 very quickly having to re-navigate themselves back over to the A bomb site as they all stack there, hoping for there to be a big mid push, but in the meantime, Team Liquid went for a very aggressive attempt to take control of A, and it's not panning out so well for C9. Irukandji did surprise a little bit. I don't think that Team Liquid was expecting there to be so much pressure coming in from Cat, as they did not spot that mid stack, but now they've got the smokes on the site, and unfortunately nothing really can't do too much about this. Going to try to leap through it, but Nitro shuts that down very quickly. And the final 2, of course, were the B site defenders rotating in, and they'll be completely out of touch to this one, as Liquid still have 4 to 5 of their players alive.
You just got to be careful out in the open. Irukandji is there, but they're ready for that. And Shroud has picked up the AK-47. That's on Simple, who's been their lone player on the other side of the map, over towards this B bomb site. He does fall, and Shroud picks that weapon up. Going to try and save it, but there's plenty of money on the Team Liquid side. They should try and hunt this gun down at least a little bit. Elijah's the closest one to it. And now also Nitro is joining in on the hunt. Shroud back towards T-spawn. Nitro's going to be the first one to spot him out, and actually Shroud can't win that battle. Brings Nitro down to 16, but jumping up on the ledge, Nitro fools him a bit. Clean headshot for him, so 6 rounds now for the terror side of Team Liquid against 2 for the defensive Cloud9.
And again, no money going to be preserved with that rifle being dropped here too, so essentially C9 just buying out once more, leaving very little money left in the bank for all players. We can see they're going to go for a double opposite up here too. Skadoodle, the one that's going to have no armor behind his. Stewie is able to get the better op buy, but the overall amount, you can see it, not a single player over $1,000. And Shroud only has 800 left over, so Team Liquid definitely the advantage when it comes to that. And C9 with this big investment, they have to hope they can make some sort of an impact here, because otherwise it's at this point forward where Team Liquid is just going to absolutely run away with the scoreline here. But they're taking it slow to start things off. They've done this in the past. It's actually where C9 has been able to abuse this in some of the earlier rounds. So we'll see what comes from this. As now they've placed Skadoodle down. He's making sure there's no pressure coming in through the back of the B halls, but more importantly, they've also boosted Shroud up to watch out for mid pressure, and in the attempt that there would be a quick take through the back of the B bomb site.
A little bit different of a double op setup as well from Cloud9. Normally we see him on the extremities of the map with a lot of mid control provided by 3 M4s. Instead, there's an op in the middle connector working with a boosted player in vents, and then an op over at the white van towards the A bomb site. So a little bit more centralized, but nothing spotted quite yet from Cloud9. 4 members here for Liquid. Smokes come out. They're slowly making their way out of this A choke point, but still no knowledge from Cloud9 that this is actually happening quite yet. Stewie's going to try and get close up. He's in the open now. Got to be careful. Can't really decide where he wants to go. Meanwhile, that player over in quad, Irukandji's got to do a lot of work. The coach has got to come up huge, and it's not going to happen. Kusta with 1 and a second on a Skadoodle. He single-handedly eliminates the long range attack of Cloud9, and they have the bomb site now in a 4-on-2. Simple on this lurk. It's perfectly played. Shroud falls for free.
A lot of these rounds are becoming like what you see often on Inferno, where these teams take control of the site so quickly. More specifically, Team Liquid takes control of the site so quickly that the B site defenders are left with nothing to do, and it's almost always an A hit too. So Team Liquid, they line themselves up, they play it nice and slow, and Liquid's able to just waltz right in, finding a couple trades along the way. So it's not necessarily always perfect, but when they get control, there's nothing left for the final two players on C9 to do. So this is another situation where nothing literally has zero chance of getting this retake. So he just has to fall back and hope he can save the rifle for the next round.
It's a lot of faith to put on Hirakanji stepping into this matchup. Probably not having played a pro match in quite some time, probably over a year, to have him as the solo member at that ace site. So Liquid plays that very, very patiently, though. They throw the smoke, they see if there's any counter nades coming out from the defense, and then they throw a secondary smoke, and then they just kind of walk out. It's not that usual explosive entry style that we've seen out of them in the past. There was no knowledge that was coming from anyone on the Cloud9 side because they were so silent as they kind of walked their way towards that box. And now you can see Cloud9, nothing does have the M4, but everything outside of that is just some upgraded pistols. They've got really nothing to bring into this round, so nothing, well, they have nothing to bring into this round in the sense that he's got the only rifle. Damn it.
Ironically enough, talking about Hirakanji, just look at the score. He's actually top ranking right now for C9.
Yeah, why not?
Not necessarily a good thing.
Threat was doing it.
For him, of course, it's great, but...
It's time of the coach right now.
So Team Liquid, actually a lot of pressure going out towards the middle here very early on the round. Hirakanji spotting it, grabbing a kill. So again, this is the one thing we may not be seeing with coming out with these star 2 or 3 kills, but at the very least he can seem to trade almost all the time before he ends up going down.
There's a pop flash in A main for some intel. Stewie's going to find the deadly end of Kusta's AWP. He falls, and now still complete control for Liquid playing far back. Kusta, I mean, there's more aggression. Shroud's out in the open right now. Kusta's just waiting for him to swing out wide. Now it's Hiko's turn. Like, he falls. Kusta might want to be careful. Might just want to follow with his simple turn with the AK-47 to come up close. Molotov rains out. Skadoodle trying to fall back. He does fall to Simple, and there's a leash, though. He gets responded on. So down to a 2-on-2. Nothing's doing some work here.
And for Team Liquid, actually going to split their players up a little bit here. Kusta very quickly moving himself over to the B-bomb site. Simple following behind, but I think Kusta knows that this site's going to be wide open. And good thing, too, because Nothing had placed himself all the way back inside of heaven. But this molly, though, it's going to be directly on point. A little bit forward, but that actually ends up working because Kusta can't get himself into a safe position. So very well placed from Nothing. It's going to burn him alive. I think they did not realize, though, is that Simple is further off the site. And that plant goes down in a great position for him. Simple finds that first kill, but Nothing up on top. He's not able to react quickly enough to that one. Nothing catches the trade. And C9 are going to be able to close out this round.
There it is, 3 kills for Nothing. The saved weapon comes into play. So nicely done from Nothing. Even Hirakanji and Shroud each getting a kill into that. So Liquid collapse a little bit. It was that pressure in A main that, took Hiko, forced Kusta back as well. Couldn't punish it strongly enough, so Cloud9 do get their third. But now, once again, they haven't been able to string 2 rounds together yet. And Kusta nowhere to go inside that Molotov. Simple. That first kill, if he's able to get that a little bit quicker and get behind cover, he has a great advantage in that one-on-one, but not able to pull it out in the end. Still plenty of money for a buy on their side. Both teams actually pretty much with a full arsenal. A couple kits missing from the Cloud9 side, but that's no big deal.
And Team Liquid spreading themselves out once again, but playing very up close here is going to be Hirakanji. In fact, he's already inside of the garage. Skadoodle had found a first kill, but there's Hirakanji, just presses forward, picks up a kill. Stewie's found one too. There was a quick attempt from the guys on Team Liquid to get themselves out to the A-bomb site, but it's completely backfired. And now they only have 2 left alive. It's on Hiko and Simple. Thankfully, they did not bring the bomb with them, but they went for this quick A-hit attempt, so they're able to push Simple back to retrieve them. I don't think that Hirakanji had spotted it either, but obviously the odds are very much so stacked against Team Liquid now, with them only having 2 players and essentially 0 intel as to where C9 have formulated themselves. Yeah,
aggression across the map, and Skadoodle, Stewie, and Hirakanji all find one-on-ones that they win right off the bat. So Hiko and Simple, the best thing they can hope to really do here as actually a double op setup is salvaged by Cloud9. They can hope to do some damage, force some rebuys, get some of these ops out of the hands of Cloud9. Simple's going to be the first one testing that. He is boosted up, trying to clear out mid. He has Nothing out in the open. He spots him, but he can't land the shot initially. He does find it in the end, but he's been dinked. Down to 13 HP, so now he's got to either find a battle against an Opera or let Hiko do the dirty work.
And there we go. Team Liquid looking for a way in through A main, but it's so slow. It's just like a snail's pace now, and C9 have so much utility still to toss back inside of A main just to hold these players back. Another nade's going to roll in. Almost takes down Simple. Knocked about 5 more HP off of him, and unfortunately just going to walk right into that molly, so...
He actually got run boosted over it. He actually burned it like midair. I don't even know. But pretty funny to watch, for sure. Still plenty of money built up on the Liquid side, so they can... Yeah, watch. See, he just falls out of the air.
Okay, I guess.
Doesn't even walk through fire. It's just...
It literally didn't even touch it. Just
He's like a s'more, just roasting over the open flames.
a nice brown crisp around it. So, Team Liquid, bit of an unfortunate series of events there, as they find out that mollies do in fact still burn you if you're midair. To start this one off, there's going to be more molly actually going on for Elige, and all right, here we go.
And even Hiko ran right through down to 74. Nitro's down to 25, so they've taken so much damage just from the nades of Cloud9, and they haven't really gained much for it. They don't even, I mean, they have mid control. It's a little bit tenuous. They have nothing down to 4 HP, but they've lost a player, so the trade-off there is not that strong for Liquid in this round.
So Team Liquid here now, still, this is another problem too, is that C9 have found these early kills, and now Team Liquid seem a bit lost as to how exactly they want to make up for it here. There's a plan, but they just cannot accomplish it, with C9 being able to get themselves into the way. But the smoke was reapplied to the entrance of A main, so it's going to be very risky for these guys to push themselves in there, especially when you consider that they have both Kanji boosted up on a Shroud spot now, actually, along with Stewie, is going to be helping out a little bit further back, probably just behind Quad as it would appear now. He's got to keep his eyes out towards Highway too, but Team Liquid not really changing anything up as of yet. They managed to get Nitro through with some control in the middle, but there's also a player posted up in the vents, and that's going to be Shroud. And if he times this properly with his peek outside, it's going to completely kill the Highway hit.
Yeah, Nitro, I mean, he's really just got to gamble that no one's going to peek from vents. Because he's got to time this really well to coordinate this pinch, because with the Kanji boosted up, he's now spotted the feet of Hiko, and he's just going to get that easy kill. Now they know he's here. Molotov's going to hold it back. This is where Shroud decides to pounce. Kusid does find one kill. Nitro actually takes out Shroud. Can he get Skadoodle as well? It gets an Opera. He finds that. Swinging in the favor of Team Liquid. Now Kanji and Nothing are still both over at this A site. 20 seconds left. There could still be patience from Team Liquid as Nitro works his way up Highway. He's got to clear close left, though. Nothing is here with only 4 HP. Kanji pushes right around the smoke, but Kust is wise to it. Somehow Team Liquid come back into that round 8-4.
And they'll be able to keep their lead going strong here, but C9 as well, with the streak that they just had going, built up quite a bit of money on some of these players now, 7.8K on Skadoodle. So they'll be able to make up for Nothing's 1.8 thousand, and we'll be seeing another full buy coming out from the CTs as we have Team Liquid are not in the safe zone. They've got to get through at least one more round here before they can start to rack up those rounds for free once more.
That is a lot of really nice discipline and patience to see from the Team Liquid side. 20 seconds left and still waiting out that smoke, knowing they have plenty of time to get into the site if they could just find out where the Cloud9 players are. They didn't get the panic mode too early. Well, Nitro, he's blinded. He's taking this battle, but Kanji can't win it, so Hiko is actually the one to clean it out finally. Rotation is already here for Cloud9. They have 2 members at the truck. Stewie's the only one in the bomb site, so Liquid might slow this down. Skadoodle's gotten 1 pick. Look at how low Elysian and Nitro are as well. So despite having that opening kill, now Skadoodle gives Cloud9 a definite advantage.
The Team Liquid are just hanging back right now. There's no attempt to counter-react some of these frags that are happening. Molly's not going to do anything. Elige wrapping around. He is going to be able to find a pick up on a Stewie. I don't think they expect them to be so far out. And Elige finding another one, looking for a third, and he's going to be able to grab it. Nicely done from Elige. Completely turns this round on its head, and Shroud's are the last one alive in that 1v3, but thankfully, he has a very heavy advantage when you look at both Elige and Hiko's health pool. 1 tap on both of them, and he almost takes down Simple, who was the highest player, but thankfully due to Simple getting aggressive, he's the first one he has to meet. Doesn't even have to worry about those other 2 players. The Simple just handles it all on his own.
I mean, this is just a dirty sequence. Here comes Elige. Low HP, and he still finds that shot on Nothing, recovers nicely. 6-6 round from Team Liquid. That's 2 in a row where it seemed like Cloud9 had great advantages as the hit comes into the A bomb site, and it just somehow swings against them. So very nicely done. Elige keeping up his momentum from the major.
Stewie, unfortunately, there too, sort of being the one that actually lets that go through, since he did not seem to be aware at all that there was going to be such an aggressive push coming in their direction. Kanji tried to go for that aggressive play in the shed, but not those smokes and whatnot that we had the last time he attempted to do this. It's going to be pretty straightforward for Nitro to spot. Shuts it down pretty easily, and already C9 are down a member. Nitro probably going to be able to find a second kill here in a second too. Nothing, a little more creative with it, but still no match for Nitro with an AK.
Simple still holding back any kind of B aggression as well. I'm not sure if they've spotted him. I believe they have. He's taking some shots. They know he's here. It's Skadoodle and Shroud they're going to challenge against this. Meanwhile, the A bomb site is being lost, so they know that Simple's isolated on this side of the map, as he has been many times throughout this half. So they make sure to eliminate him, salvage that AK-47, and see if they can save it again. They did do it in the past. That would be a good find for them going into the last round, because their money is not strong whatsoever. Liquid should just send everything to chase after this.
So it looks like Liquid are just holding back here for the time being, but C9 already on the opposite side of the map. They're going to have to start moving right now if they want to go hunting down those frags. And it doesn't look like, at least at the time being, that they're going to be able to do so. Regardless, though, Team Liquid has managed to stack up a monster half on this T side. As you mentioned, though, before, somewhat among the average, at least from what we saw at the Major, though, as this map did become fairly T-sided to the play there. So getting up to that 10 rounds now, if they can get to 11, it's still going to be a really big advantage regardless of what map you're playing it on. And at that point forward, C9's going to have a lot to make up for heading onto their own T-side in the second half.
This is the average. Liquid has just hit. If Cloud9 can get this fifth, they're playing right into how this map has played out in the professional scene for some time now. So not a huge disadvantage. I mean, the biggest thing is, what are they going to be able to bring into this round? They're going to be very light on utility. You can see Urakanji even goes for the Famous just so he can get plenty of nades. Dropping some guns over is going to allow them to have some more smokes and flashes, but you can see Shroud very, very low. Only one smoke. No kits whatsoever on the Cloud9 side as well. Liquid with a double op setup. Plenty of opportunities for them. Once these flashbangs and smokes are gone from the CT side, this double ops are going to have plenty of opportunities to find opening kills.
So Shroud, actually, with a very aggressive push initially, is going to be able to net him almost a kill on a simple, bringing him down to 1/3 of his health pool. Fortunately, he's not able to respond back to that at all, so Shroud takes no damage with that aggressive push he's made. Also, again, seeing that there's nobody in the back of the B-bomb site, he's able to push all the way around towards A and also call for his teammates to do the same, but it doesn't matter, as with Liege and Kusta, we're going to be able to pick up 2 more frags over here, leaving it down to Shroud, the Urakanji, and nothing. Kusta, with a nice shot playing over here towards Forklift, shuts down Shroud. Both Urakanji and nothing have to rotate in from middle. Team Liquid already know they're both here. They've mollied off both the routes to get back into this bomb site. Nothing's going to try to do the same by tossing another molly back towards quad, but that accomplishes nothing without further site control. As Nothing himself tries to push up on top. Liege says no to that, shuts him down with a 1-tap on the AK. And Urakanji, well, there's basically nothing that he can do. A simple isn't going to be able to just get that easy shot with the op to shut him down, and Team Liquid will have an 11-4 lead coming out of the first half.
Very nice first half, and you saw some of the fancy footwork of Kusta here. That first kill on a Stewie, and then just jumping up, baiting Shroud out, and keeping him in the open, just freezing him in there, and then a quick peek at Forklift. So good stuff from Kusta, but from Liquid as a whole, definitely a very, very good half. 11-4, but we have seen them struggle massively on the CT side, as many teams are at the moment on this map. It is kind of that tactical meta where with the increase of the round time, there's so many things you can play with, especially on a map like this. You can peel apart these rotations. You have plenty of time to recover from early aggression. So it does get a little bit dicey at times for the defense. But we can see a little bit that Cloud9 is, in certain ways, at certain fights, they seem to be getting a little bit outskilled here by Liquid.
Yep. And again, like we talked about it before too, the fact that Urakanji is doing so well, that may be a really good thing for him. Obviously showing up, but I actually think he, like, just in terms of his trading, the amount of times that he's actually gone down with maybe being able to get at least 1 frag before actually getting eliminated, it's actually probably the best one on the team at this point, whereas plenty of the other members of C9 are just getting ripped apart round after round after round again, which leaves him basically at the top of the scoreboard for his team, I do believe, or pretty close to it. Yeah, he's tied with Skadoodle right now, 10 frags.
Well, and Shroud's the player that we picked would be one of the players to watch for Cloud9. He's sitting down at 3 kills at the bottom, not able to be productive in this matchup at all. Look at this out of Liquid, a little bit interesting. 3 members going without armor. They have 2 kits. Hiko had nades and utility, so did Kusta, and so does Nitro. Just coming out with a little bit of a trick play here. Looks like they want to reverse boost over immediately. And Cloud9 not prepared for this. No one watching it, so Simple up here can just bide his time, but he's actually going to get aggressive. Stewie spots him out, and Simple does fall. Drops down right into it, but there's the coordinated aggression. Liege comes up to trade that kill. And Nitro even chimes in with 1. Liege still taking a duel, falls to Shroud. Down into a 3-on-3 with 1:20 left and no armor left on any of the Liquid players. You could say this is an advantage for the Cloud9 side, especially Nothing was a Molotov and a smoke to utilize.
C9 pushing their players now inside of A main. Is just going to be a direct hit attempt here, and they've only got Kusa to defend this. Nitro is inside of Z right now. Pretty long rotate away, especially if they're going to be late to noticing this. So the decoy rolls in, smokes start to come in too, but they're slow outside of A main, so they should get the time. Also, Kusta, ballsy as hell, just peeks out from quad, picks up 1, 2, looking for that third. He's got Nothing on a 69 HP, but Nothing is going to be able to take him out. However, he's bought the time that's necessary. Now that he's got him surrounded at a 1v2, and Nothing has to pull out an absolutely monster play if he wants to clutch this. They know exactly where he is. Getting some good damage on the Nitro, looking for the same thing on the Hiko, but can't accomplish this. Also running a little bit low on ammo here too from Nothing, but there should be plenty more pistols on the ground to work with. 40 seconds left. Nothing just playing this so cautiously right now, trying to look for these kills one by one, but they're slowly boxing him into a corner. Got him down to 6 HP, and Nitro jumping down will be able to eliminate him. Team Liquid pick up the pistol round on the second half.
Yeah, got a little bit hectic there, but this is nice. Simple may be doing that a little bit too early. If Alicia had been there with him, that would have been an easy kill. Either way, it works out fine. Nitro with 1 more. So these 2 kills by Kusta. That one right there, that's the ballsy play where he swings so wide because of the Molotov, but that second one, shutting Skadoodle down right as he tries to cross over. And there it is, boys and girls. Hiko with the patented auto shotgun. We saw it in the past. He's been such a monster with his gun at times. Usually it's happened on Nuke, but he does love to use this gun on his anti-ecos.
So he's going to post up with it inside of Checkers, watching for a direct hit on C9 to respond. Them dropping it now, sort of getting them into a desperate territory. If they cannot pick up the retaliation round here to destabilize Team Liquid's own economy, then it's going to be a very, very rough territory here. Team Liquid are just going to have a monster lead for C9 to crawl back through here. But C9 playing it slow, despite the fact they have gone for the usual force up in the second round. Not doing anything super crazy as of yet, just playing it slowly, making sure the Team Liquid don't try to do anything super aggressive at the beginning of the round.
Cloud9 now wheeling their way over towards this A bomb site. Looks like they have one smoke, so it looks like it's going to be an execution smoke off towards Highway, in between the site boxes and the top of Highway, to block off that cross, give them some cover to try and get into the bomb site. 2 members still in mid though. Slowly going to peel their way over. Skadoodle's going to try and use the Steagle to get a pick, but all he's really doing, I mean, this isn't even really bad. It's just he's keeping one member of Team Liquid there, so freeze him. And this is the thing. This is how Cloud9 lost their second round in the last half. There's a pop flash into A main. Kusa's going to go for information. He's not able to spray anything down, but he has the intel. Liege gets one, but Nitro's traded off. So once again, a very scary situation, especially considering Hiko might have to retake this bomb site with a shotgun. The
defenses fall apart, especially over here towards quad too, so Stewie's able to take advantage of that, and he's directly inside of here now. Hiko, our simple apology, is going to be completely blind, and that's an easy kill for Irakanji to try and grab here. Now the final two, Liege getting himself into a bit of a dirty situation. Irakanji almost looked like he wanted to go for the knife there. Hiko does find the kill, and they're trying to tag team retake this, but there's nothing inside of A main, so Hiko moving in, looking for the kill on the shot. He's found it, gets the second one on his Stewie, and now Skadoodle, the last one alive, rolling up, finishes off a Liege. However, he's on a timer, and it's too low. Hiko is just going to defuse the bomb anyway, and he shuts down Skadoodle from long range with the shotty. Nicely done by Hiko. Team Liquid keep their advantage, rolling strong.
It's not every day you see this. The spin, so perfect. Sit down, Stewie. Shroud falls. Stewie's got 72 HP and straight to the face with that shotgun. So well done from Hiko. Good retake, but once again, we're seeing both teams in that second round really struggling to hold on to that A bomb site. Cloud9 gets a couple nice shots, a couple really nice flashbangs as well. You can see how antsy the CT sides are getting on this map, because you feel like you have to have intel of what's coming because the rotations are so important. Map control is so important. So that timing push into A main just doesn't pay off for Team Liquid in the previous round. But good thing Hiko's there to save him.
Speaking of timing there as well, Simple plays that perfectly in order to find a first pickup on Irakanji. Nitro just below Shroud spot, gets 2 kills essentially for free. Stewie did pick one up, but he's managed to get himself into quad. Finally taking down Nitro in the process of this, but he got 3 before that, and unfortunately Stewie was left as the last man left alive, so it's an easy cleanup for Kusa to grab. He shuts it down, leaving it alive at the end of that round for Team Liquid, and now C9 on the 4th round, finally going to be able to get some real guns into their hands.
Hiko's going to keep that shotgun, obviously. Why would he change it? 14-4 for Team Liquid. Hiko does have the shotgun. Kusa has the AWP. I believe that was actually dropped by Hiko so that Kusa could have armor and some nades. And yeah, he did drop down. He had about over 7,000 before that round began, before he purchased. So Kusa's going to have that out towards mid. 3 members over towards the B bomb site initially. They want to get aggressive. Nitro's going to lead the way, but nothing's going to shut him down. I believe that's Hiko that's getting aggressive with him, but once again, he's only got the shotgun. He does salvage the M4. Nothing is using a lot of utility to get out of here, just to bide the time, keep control of the attention of Team Liquid members.
And C9 now still going forward with a pretty direct hit as far as we can tell now. Looking for that mid control, trying to push Simple back too as he is inside of the vents, but Irakanji is going to strike first, takes him down. And C9 off to a good start here, bringing this into a 5-on-3, but they've held themselves back with that molly that was tossed into the vents. Stewie creeping inside of it now. However, the player base from C9 definitely looking for an A hit instead, which is going to be the mistake because they've got both the Liege and Kusta posted up here. Kusta a little bit of trouble as that peek comes out from Squeaky. And that brings him down very low, but Hiko also striking strong back to the B bomb site. And finally, after taking him down, C9 is going to switch up the hit, but in a 2v3, Team Liquid's going to be able to easily read this and try to get their players in position for a retake.
It does a little bit of damage. Actually, almost takes out Stewie. He's only got 7 HP. And Alicia's just going to push right in, almost able to find the planter. He gets very aggressive. Stewie catches him at the last second, though, so it's all down to Kusa. 1-on-3. Might want to save this off. They don't have great money despite, you know, the massive amounts of shotgun kills that Hiko got, some of the UMP kills they got. Saving this AWP would allow them to have a pretty strong buy into the next round, and that's exactly what he's going to try and do. Just falling away, although Stewie's going to chase him down, but there's the Tech 9. Stewie was so low. And no one else from Cloud9 wants to go after it. They don't have economy built above their own, so they don't want to risk it.
So nicely played there by C9. being able to keep themselves alive, but for how long is going to be the question. Is just like on our last map here, Team Liquid have such a strong lead that now C9 have to chain together 9 rounds in a row just to tie it, and 11 more if they actually want to close this map out without taking it into overtime here. Very, very low odds indeed of doing so. Team Liquid also surviving with that up, and we'll see what kind of a buy they're going to be able to go for. Probably a pretty nice one too when you consider 5.4k and 5.1k on Hiko and Simple respectively. Nitro and Liege probably going to have to downgrade themselves, but this is still a justifiable force buy that we're going to see coming out from Team Liquid.
Yeah, especially with the AWP in Kusta's hands. If you can get a couple kills, that alleviates some of the pressure. Actually, they're going to drop the up over to Nitro. Assuming he had a good spot
Yeah,
for
he had
it.
a better position to push Z, it looks like.
Well, okay then. So maybe didn't realize that he had the AWP, actually. That could be the other reason that Kusta was dropping a weapon for someone and they just didn't realize that Nitro had picked it up out of spawn, but there's an opening kill for Simple. That's going to help alleviate things, and that looks like it was a boost to peek into Sunroom, but either way, Irakanji evens things out. The coach drops a Liege, and now the A-hit looks like it's going to be on Nitro and mid, though. He just finds Stewie, not even prepared for that, so it is going to be Kusta all alone, 1-on-3 essentially at this bomb site. Cloud9's trying to find him out. He's blinded. Going to get under a little bit more cover. But now he's got a new angle. He knows they're in the site. There's the first kill. That's the bomb as well. Can no longer get planted. Simple's also here to take out Shroud. And Cloud9 is all but done and dusted in this round. It's just Irakanji.
Irakanji placing himself just below the Shroud spot here too. Simple did spot him on the peak though. He's going to peek out. Does actually find the kill, but still hiding in that same position. Nitro going to be able to catch the trade. Team Liquid now setting a match point. And Cloud9, unfortunately, with them just being reset, well, they're not really going to be able to bring too much of a successful force up here to the table, with most players only having Tech 9 armor buys. Yeah,
this is not looking good for Cloud9. Irakanji has the AK-47. You imagine he would trade that over to... Actually, I don't know, because he's having the best game of all of them so far, so why not keep it? See what you can do with it. 15-5. It's got to be 10 straight for Cloud9 if they want to come back into this. 2 players over towards the B-bomb site, and Liquid just wants to end things. Not going to work out for Liege initially, and actually even Nitro gets forced back, and he gets found out by Shroud from door. There's Kusta chiming in with the op. They're out. He does like Stewie. So incredibly low. One nade can do a massive damage, but good advantage here for Cloud9 in this round.
Hiko going to get pegged to the face with a flashbang there and almost managing to take down one of these players. However, they're going to have to try and retake this quickly since nothing did just work his way into the vents. There's Simple with another pickup. Shuts down Skadoodle. Hiko actually not spotting Irakan just as bad as he was falling back over there to the safe position just behind the big red box. And Stewie also hiding out in quad. Just spotted the peak when nothing, unfortunately, not going to be able to take advantage of the fact that Hiko was out in the open, so Hiko and Simple racking up 2 more kills, and then Hiko just does the 180 kill onto nothing, so he's going to shut it down, and that's going to be the end of the map, folks. A pretty simplistic retake from Team Liquid there, but very well played by those guys, and that's going to be 2-0 for them tonight against C9, keeping them going forward, and now they'll be at 8 wins here in Pro League.
They didn't make it look easy, but it was a 2-on-4. Just very, very nice teamwork between Hiko and Simple to collect that last round, and that's some sick stuff. I mean, that second half could have been extended. We saw a big retake with Hiko with the auto shotgun, a big retake there at the end. This all started out with a pistol round win, of course, from Cloud9, but they immediately get responded upon. It was all Liquid from there. They never slowed down once they win this second round.
Yep, Team Liquid, of course, basically just going all in on this one and taking away C9's, as it would appear, at least favorite map there, but again, seeing completely out of shape, and as we mentioned a couple times during the match, I'm just going to bring it up again, the fact that Irakanji is top the scoreboard is not necessarily a good thing. We saw C9 be in a shape like this before when for quite a long time, I think this was back in like September and October, Sean was the top fragger for this team, and this was a weird turn of events there too. That may not be able to happen, but...
Why not? But yeah, it was actually pretty cool. We talked about before these two maps began that the big question was going to be, you know, looking at how Liquid performs with Kusta instead of a Dren. I think there were a couple rounds in this match where we really got to see the skill set that Kusta has that prompted Liquid to pick him up. Still going to have to see more, especially with DreamHack Malmo just around the corner. That starts Tuesday next week. Will be the biggest test to see how that change is going to work out. So Liquid's got some questions, but for now, they have 2 more matches tonight. They're trying to go 4-0 in the evening. They're crucial matches to win if they want to put themselves in contention for one of those top 4 playoff spots. They'd go 2-0 against Cloud9, which is huge. Cloud9 in the top 4. Optic as well is in that second seed. They have 2 matches against them coming up next. And we will get into those matches when we return from the break, so stay tuned and we'll see you in a little bit.